Hey, grade sevens. We'll do one last video here on a word problem. Okay, we've got a word problem here that says a large pizza costs $10. Wow, that's pretty cheap for a pizza. Plus $2 for each topping. Oh, here we go. This is where it gets more pricey. Okay, what we're looking at is what is an expression for the total cost of a pizza with any number of toppings. Okay, so what happens if we just got one topping, or maybe we're an adventurous type and we want 20 toppings? So how can we figure out that price? All right, so I'm going to show you here that the first thing that we could do is to identify what our numerical coefficient is. So what's being multiplied? And then is there a constant? Meaning, is there a fee or something that's always going to be charged no matter if we get 100 toppings or 2 toppings? All right. So the first thing to do is we're going to look at it and say, let's first identify the numerical coefficient. So in our previous notes, we told you to come up with a method to identify, as I said, the numerical coefficient, the variable, and the constant. So what we discussed, and in your notes, you would have seen to say, well, let's square the numerical coefficient, we'll underline the variable, and we'll circle the constant. Okay, so reading it here, what is the variable, first of all? Well, it's going to be the number of toppings, because that could change. We don't know how many toppings one might get. So how about we give the variable, in this case topping, we'll make it the t, the number of toppings. Okay, so we've underlined that. Then we'll take a look and say, well, what's the numerical coefficient? Numerical coefficient, remember, multiplies that variable. And in this case, we're going to say, well, $2 for each topping. Each is another way of saying multiply. So we know that it's going to be $2 multiply the number of toppings. Okay, and then finally, is there a constant? There sure is. No matter what, if you get 1 topping or 10 toppings or 12 toppings, there's going to be a constant price of $10 for this pizza. So using that information, we just came up with our expression that we could use to calculate the cost of a pizza. Okay, so let's just say, for example, you're a hungry person and you want 6 toppings on that pizza. Okay, 6 toppings. How could I use this expression to calculate my final cost of this pizza? Okay, so let's replace the variable t here with our whatever number, in this case 6 toppings. Okay, so I'm just going to do that actually over here. So 2 multiplied by the number of toppings. In this case, we decided on a 6 topping pizza. It's 2 multiplied by 6, add 10, because the constant doesn't change. This is what's always going to be charged. All right, so 2 multiplied by 6 is 12, add 10 is 22. So for a 6 topping pizza, we're going to be paying $22.